Neo Viridia shimmered with neon and salt, a city where sky trains glided above ancient docks and myths mingled with technology. Arya ran the Salty Siren, a quiet cafe tucked away from the city's chaos. The air inside was always warm, filled with the scent of coffee and fresh bread. Her regulars, dock workers and fishermen, never asked about her past as a famed mecha pilot. She preferred it that way, trading the roar of engines for the gentle clink of mugs. Life was simple early mornings, baking and listening to stories of the sea. But change crept in. The sea grew restless, fishermen whispered of a shadow in the depths. Nets came up empty, and tales of a massive swift creature spread. At first they were just rumors over coffee. Soon the city buzzed with fear. News reports spoke of a threat lurking beneath the waves. Arya felt old tensions stirring, the peace she'd built threatened by the sea's new song. The city of neon and salt was holding its breath, and Arya sensed the past was about to catch up with her. The sea was calling, and this time it wasn't gentle. The attacks escalated. Damaged buoys, vanished drones, trawlers tossed like toys. Panic rippled through Neo Viridia as blurry footage revealed a massive shape. The Leviathan. The city's leaders, desperate, remembered Arya, the pilot who once saved them. 3 officials arrived at the Salty Siren, pleading for her to pilot the Titan mecha again. They offered her anything, called it her duty. Arya listened, hands trembling, heart heavy with memories of war and loss. She looked out at the churning sea, dread rising. "No," she said quietly. "I'm not a soldier anymore. I just make coffee." The officials argued, but her answer was final. She had traded her flight suit for peace, refusing to become a weapon again. Violence was a cycle she wouldn't restart. She wanted to protect her city, but not by fighting. As the officials left, Arya turned back to her cafe, grinding coffee beans with steady hands. Outside, the city braced for whatever would come from the deep. Inside, Arya clung to the life she'd chosen. Not everyone believed in fighting. Ren, a marine robotics engineer, saw the Leviathan as misunderstood, not malicious. He built glowing jellyfish drones to communicate, not attack. One stormy day, Ren took his vessel out, hoping to guide the creature away from the fishing lanes. The sea turned violent. A wave capsized his boat, scattering his drones. Alone in the freezing water, Ren struggled to stay afloat. Arya, closing her cafe, heard his distress call on her old radio. Instinct took over. She raced to her skiff and sped into the storm. She found Ren clinging to wreckage, shivering and apologizing for his failed plan. Arya pulled him aboard, wrapped him in a blanket, and offered a gentle smile. "You've got more courage than sense," she teased. As they returned to the city, a quiet bond began to form. Arya realized she couldn't ignore the call to help, not as a soldier but as herself. The storm outside faded, but something new sparked between them. Together, they faced the unknown. Back at the Salty Siren, Ren explained his vision, using science and empathy to reach the Leviathan. He believed it was in pain, not attacking out of malice. Arya, intrigued, felt her old problem-solving spark return. They became a team. Ren rebuilt his drones. Arya offered practical insight. Their partnership grew. Late nights, shared laughter, and mutual respect. They realized they needed to get closer to the creature. Arya called in a favor, securing a decommissioned deep-sea mecha. Together they modified it, combining her combat experience with his scientific tools. Their mission wasn't to fight, but to understand. As they prepared to dive, Arya felt hope for the first time in years. The ex-warrior and the gentle scientist, united by purpose. They would face the abyss together, seeking truth instead of victory. The city watched, anxious and uncertain, but Arya and Ren were ready to meet the Leviathan on its own terms. This was a new kind of battle, one for understanding. Their mission revealed the truth. The Leviathan was a biomechanical being, wounded by a toxic relic from the last war. Guided by Ren, Arya used the mecha to remove the fusion core. The creature's pain faded. It slipped peacefully into the deep. They returned as healers, not heroes. The city celebrated, but Arya and Ren slipped away from the spotlight. Back at the Salty Siren, they found quiet comfort in each other's company. The neon city glowed outside, but inside, peace reigned. No talk of monsters or machines, just simple joys and shared tea. Ren reached for Arya's hand, warmth and hope in his touch. "What's the plan for tomorrow, Captain?" he asked, smiling. Arya looked at him, then out at the calm sea. The future felt bright, full of possibility. "Coffee," she replied, her voice soft and sure. They watched the starlight dance on the water together. The city of neon and salt could rest easy. A new adventure was just beginning.